Thank you.
Look, I did it.
I'm definitely hearing that though from Raven's camera.
Oh, you are?
It's okay.
That'd probably be the only music though. There you go.
Hello, everyone. Heather
Hello.
Watson here, catcher of bad guys, creator of Psycho Sorcerers, and tonight's guest DM.
Hey.
Welcome to our weekly live stream Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition online role-playing adventures. As always, well, not always, but for tonight, I am joined by my good friends, Chris playing the noir detective, human inquisitive rogue wizard Manic.
Turn the intro music off, dear.
Okay.
Let it go throughout the whole thing.
Oh, I thought it was
Hello.
off. I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, anything.
I turned it way down. Eric playing the debonair and somewhat bumbling rogue Roka.
Hello.
Okay, huh?
Raymond playing the heedlessly brave turtle battle master fighting rogue George.
Hello.
And Juan playing the carelessly brave and loyal pirate scout Pervy Sage.
What was that name again?
You know it. Kirby Sage.
I'm gonna do that spelled. I've heard it twice, and I have no idea what I'm hearing.
Like a pervert sage.
Yeah. I stole it from Naruto.
Just as it sounds.
Shout out to our platinum patrons Andrew, Brian, Richard, Joe, Will, Tiny Dancer, Crazy Pat, and Nick. And gold patrons are RPG Papercrafts, Charming Grenade, Pretty Boy and Yuma, Marcos David, Vicente Gilberto, Sean, aka Cert2B, Adam, Dead Lizard Lounge, and Sam. Thank you all for your support. For our campaign, we use Roll20.net. For video chat, we use Discord. And for streaming, Eric uses Open Broadcaster software with Streamlabs. I got through it!
Yes, fine
Yeah.
job.
Alright, so previously on Tomb of Annihilation, the party carefully gathered together in the treasury using the found holy symbols to avoid the blood-stained hallway trap. They stumbled into a different trap, however, when they first began to loot, discovering two bloodthirsty mimics. After dispatching the mimics, they helped themselves to the treasure trove of the Umberly ship, including mountains of gold, potions, jewels, and a magical set of sea-themed backpacks, which Gillian happily claimed. There was also a magical giant statue head of Umberly set into the wall, but a ghostly voice drew her and the party toward the hallway to the south. Inside a room within an old diver's cage, Gillian found her brother, Sibarath? Did I do that right? Oh, yeah, I did it. Okay.
You're the DM. It's whatever you say it is.
Yeah. Oh, the power. He explained the romantic entanglement with the High Priestess, which ultimately brought the downfall of everyone on the ship. Uh-oh, I lost the other part of it. Hang on. How do I go back?
It's like, yeah.
I
That's so
copied
good.
and pasted it from something else. So, there it is. Found it. I'm good. Apparently, I didn't copy and paste right. He knew that his former love, or whatever remained of her, needed to be destroyed to set him free, but he didn't know about the soul-sucking soulmonger. That is a lot of alliteration here.
It is.
Needing to possess an artifact or personal item to stay with Gillian and protect himself, she offered him her helper flying monkey. Reluctantly, he possessed the monkey, while still able to offer some magical boost to Gillian's spells. He told them the secret phrase to access the tunnels beyond the Umberly's head statue. After a painful battle with a pair of mutated lobster cultists and avoiding the sea-soaked tunnels, I did not avoid the sea-soaked tunnels. And
Yeah.
bridges,
Not
the
everyone
party finally confronted Saretha, the High Priestess, atop a giant kraken statue. Though broken and bloodied, the party wasted no time closing in and hitting her quickly before she could be too much of a threat, while mopping up the last of the mutant cultists. Umberly's curse finally lifted, and the souls possessing the area departed, only to be drawn into the soulmonger, save for Gillian's brother/monkey. The party exited the water palace and rejoined their comrades aboard the Sturge and the Brazen Pegasus.
Fine
So-
job.
He's our monkey brother.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
That's his title. He's a monkey brother.
Oh, monkey brother. All right. Okay. So you have all just arrived back onto the Brazen Pegasus. After all of those harrowing events in the Typhoon Palace. They're obviously all very, very, very bloodied and bruised and crying out for pain.
Hey guys, how are you doing? You look terrible. I was out picking apples.
Fuck you, Roka.
As you board the ship, you're greeted by Captain Ordame and Roka, as well as some of the pirate crew that you coalesced together over the last few days with the raiding of the pirate ships and the destruction, wink wink, mechanics of the pirate stronghold. But it's getting late, and Captain Ordame has set sail for our next destination.
So we, correct me if I'm wrong, are there two ships, or there's still one ship? Or I forget. I feel like there was two ships at some point.
You still have two ships at the moment, yes.
Yeah,
I assume you're all still on one and like towing the other one. I don't know how we're gonna try to do that, but I think Roka felt comfortable captaining it. Roka says he felt comfortable captaining it across the bay, but there's no way you're gonna be able to lug this thing like on the sea.
Yeah, Roka's basically on Captain Ordame's ship getting pirate lessons because let's be honest.
I mean, I honestly don't give a shit. I don't see that two ships is going to be terribly useful to us at this point.
He says maybe we can stash it here somewhere in the cove, and nobody's going to jack with it. Nobody will go near this palace thing.
Yeah.
All right, let's just cover it in leaves or something. And
put a big old tarp around this pirate ship.
Like how people like park their cars in the woods and then just cover it with brush, you know, just general height.
Where do you go that people are doing this?
This is in movies. I've never seen a person actually do that before.
Alright, so with it getting late, everyone decides to turn in and get, how about a long rest for the night?
Yes, please.
While Captain Ordame and her crew expertly weave everybody through the bay. So, you are all in the hold of the ship, and you've all got cots. Captain Ordame was kind enough to see you all coming. Mannix limping horribly. George dragging Theron from him wanting to try to jump out back into the crab water. And just seeing
they better have like prepared us like a feast on our return because they've been doing jack shit back there while we've been getting our ass kicked. And
there's the standard pirate fare. There's bottles of grog and mead being passed around. But they've set up cots for everyone. You have the deluxe accommodations at the hold of the ship. Namely, they put up some.
I don't believe these.
The finest cots for you.
They put up some curtains so that way y'all would have privacy.
Okay.
So it's well past turning in time. Everyone has selected their cot. Everyone is deep within their sleep. When a figure appears in the shadows. It's someone the party has never seen before. It's a cloaked figure just out of everyone's periphery, but obviously you're all asleep. From the shadow, you can see that there's small horns protruding. It's definitely a female figure. There's a slight tail swishing back and forth, and she moves closer to the party. And Roka, obviously you're down there sleeping as well too.
You're all asleep but can do nothing about that. She stabs you in your sleep.
No. A fitting end.
And as she gets closer, she looks everyone over and looks at Roka and scoffs and says, "So this is the crew that saved my operative." Roka was correct in his description of you all. A human with a cunning mind, a dwarf with a chip on his shoulder, a Triton whose ambitions reign on high, a Turtle with a grudge to settle, and a Drow who refuses to be a slave anymore. Yes, this will do just nicely. I'm here to give you a gift for saving my operative. Enjoy. The tiefling woman cups her hands together, and a pink mist begins to blow out of her interlocked fingers. The mist seems to linger magically within the air and cover the entire party. The next thing you know, you all begin to awaken, thinking you're hearing something, and you just hear a as you all begin to open your eyes and
This is how
look
all
around.
my nightmares start.
As you all open your eyes and you begin to look around, I would like everyone to roll a perception check.
Hey,
And
I can do that.
I don't know how to give Raymond access to a character sheet for one.
So,
should we
click on
wing it?
no, you can click on the sheet and go to edit in the upper right corner.
What sheet?
Whatever sheet you want her to play.
Oh, okay. Which keyboard am I on? This one. Okay.
Click on edit on the upper right corner, and then under who can see it and who can control it, in those fields, put George for both of them.
Oh, there's not an option. Oh, showed up. No, not showed up.
There should be like in players' journals, and then who can it control by.
You might have to run up and help me real quick.
Okay.
Raymond, you might want to actually switch back to your webcam mic because I heard you talking, but I think the mic on your headset's too good. It was like voice canceling because you're too far away from it.
How about now?
That sounds great, but if you're not that close, I don't think it's picking you up very well.
Well, I was worried that it'd be too loud.
This one.
I think it was all right. The only time it was too loud was when the music was playing, but I don't think that's going to be an issue anymore.
How about now then? Is that better?
That is better. I can hear you loud and clear.
All right.
Yeah,
do that
'cause
then.
that was really awkward.
Can I move it up? Can I move it up?
Wait, did he fix it?
They're working on it right now.
Oh.
Uh-huh. I can do it. Okay. Hang on, Raymond. I'm getting the sheet up so that way you can see it.
That was an excellent use of a previous character cameo. Oh, I gotta roll.
As DM of that previous character, I don't think I gave her permission to have any magic pink
Character?
mist, though.
That's true. How much time has gone by, and what other new
Yeah, how
powers
much time
has
has
she
gone
earned?
by? I didn't approve this.
Wow, Roga's got some great skills. Holy shit.
Oh, goody.
What is he?
He's a spy.
Spy, okay.
Raymond, you should see a scout character sheet under monsters.
Oh, monsters.
Oh, first
Damn.
roll as a player.
Damn.
Nat 20. Suck on that. Hell
found it.
to the yes.
I'm a real boy. Oh, girl.
Oh. Can you actually use it though? Can you? Oh, you can.
Yeah, you can use it.
What are we rolling?
Perception.
If there's no skill for it, just roll the wisdom.
I'll do my perception, and then do you have? So click on perception right there.
Where?
The perception +5. There it goes. Oh, you only got 13.
All right.
I do well.
Oh, I got 14. I didn't do well either.
So,
Roga's
Mannix
on this shit.
and-
He's recognized his boss's bullshit.
I've seen
Mannix
this before.
and
Yeah.
Roka You hear as this looming figure above you moves out of your sight. Have fun. I'll be waiting.
I don't like your tone, lady.
And this figure just leaves.
Does Roka recognize her?
He's never met her in person, but he would understand the importance of her coming to a place.
Okay.
With a 20 perception roll,
He pees himself a
have an
little.
understanding.
So Roka and Mannix, I would like for you now to roll an investigation.
Hey.
Oh, please let me show up
Roll.
Mannix at this. Please let me show up Mannix
You.
at this.
You-
Oh.
Oh.
17's pretty good. 17's pretty
That's
good.
the Medic's investigation right there.
Alright, well, you
Roka looks
both-
at something and you just bend down and look a little bit closer.
Out of the way.
You both
This is
look.
my role in this party, Roka. You don't replace me. You hear me? There's not room for two Mannixes in this party. You get the hell out.
Just get super defensive.
Yeah.
You look around and you notice a couple of things. The first being that everything seems to look huge. And not just like, oh, this is bigger than me kind of huge, but gigantic. Like you are an ant at a picnic type gigantic. As you look around, you start to realize that your sense of smell is a little more heightened. And
It stinks in
see-
here.
it really probably does. You
I
see,
bet.
you see another creature coming towards you, kind of a little wobbly, also probably very unsure of what's going on. And they introduce themselves as the pirate scout Pervy Sage. And
Is this
you realize,
figure our size?
yes,
Okay.
you realize that what you're looking at is a mouse.
I realize?
Yeah.
Like over time?
No, it's
Wait a minute.
It was
1, 2, 3,
very
6 whiskers. You son of a bitch.
it's one of those things like it's like you see it and you recognize that you see it, but it takes a full second for your brain to comprehend what your eyes are telling
That sounds like
you.
Mannix.
type
It
of a-
takes him.
That-
It takes him.
yeah,
Takes a while.
There's nowhere to hide from this and then pop back out and look
that's
again.
right. Yeah, I could have studied from afar.
But you turn and you look up and you just see this hand laying off of a cot. And you recognize it as your own hand. You're like,
Oh. As one handsome hand.
it's all battle scarred.
Is this in
from
your
the-
nightmares
no.
too, Banks?
But you can hear like soft snores and things like that coming from these giants that are laying on cot. So you're really kind of got some confusion going on about what exactly is going on. You turn and look at your compatriot. Obviously Roka Mouse is just like strutting around because he thinks he's hot shit. My goal is to make Chris spit his drink out every time. George, you look at George and you've never seen a turtle mouse before, but somehow it worked.
Now's the little shell.
Weird. Looking.
Yep. You realize that you have clothes and you've got some gear, so you've got like a facsimile of your weapon that you would have, but like the extra gear that you have. So, for example, Mannix's
Yes.
glasses.
Nerf Mannix.
And
All my powers in my house.
That's right. You're nothing now.
Without them, I have.
yeah. So like your extra gear, your health potions, your
Yeah.
everything else.
All the critical
is
things you
not
need to survive.
with you.
This is just like a new set of gear that we have at this point.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're brought down to your bare minimum gear. You've got what feels like any armor that you would have had. You've got that, but you've got a basic weapon, little tiny toothpick dagger. I'll get you to spit one of your drinks out eventually.
Standard starter mouse gear.
I'm gonna. Yes. Yeah. It's just...
And as you guys are taking this in, feeling your ears, swishing your tails.
I want to know what the hell's going on.
You see this flashing light from a ways away. It's just like it's flashing. It's just like, hey, look at me! Flash, 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 flash.
Look.
There's a couple things going on here, but let's start with the first thing. We're fucking mice.
Yeah, that's a new one for me. I think that might have been my boss, and I don't quite pretend to know exactly what her motivations are sometimes. But yeah, sorry about that. This is just standard Zentarum training exercise, I'm sure. You should treat it as an honor. Squeak.
Okay.
Again, this flashing is just still going.
Does Mannix still have all of are his limbs regenerated, or is he still like is he dragging his leg and has like a scar over his
hold
eye?
on.
Does he keep all
I
of
look
his?
up-
In mouse form, he does not have those limitations. His arm is okay.
Oh, this is an upgrade.
His leg is okay.
Working mouse arms. Awesome.
Now, granted, his mouse arms are like this big.
It's still probably an upgrade.
I think just do a cursory check, like the bodies of ourselves on these cots. Are they like breathing and like alive?
Yeah. You
Okay,
hear, like I said,
so just-
you hear light snoring coming from Mannix, deep snoring coming from Theron. It's about this time that you recognize the fact that you don't. You count and you see 1, and you see 2, and then you see this new guy 3, but you realize you're missing 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are they asleep in cots still?
Yes.
Well, maybe there weren't enough mice on this ship. I don't know.
And again,
I'm
this
unclear
flashing
about the
light
physics.
going.
Yeah. Okay.
Flash, flash, flash.
So you don't know why your boss would have done this to us?
Gonna shrugs. I don't know. I feel like I've been through enough with you people, but
Well, that flashing light over there, if this is one of your training exercises, or she has some sort of objective for us, that seems like the logical place to start.
do we know where Pervy came from? Is this some new character we need to... Was this a pirate on the ship, or is this a totally different, like a new just mouse popped up?
Pervy is a pirate on the ship.
Okay.
He or she
remember.
really.
Red shirt.
He,
no,
she.
yeah,
Oh, okay, that's the first.
yeah. They're still deciding, and
Fair
they
enough.
had snuck down to your privacy section because they recognized that's where all
Get out
the
of
good
here,
cops
Pervy.
were.
Yeah. Pervy, what were you doing in our private section?
But all the good cots have been taken,
Also, who are you,
and,
Pervy?
and so
All
when
the
you
good
look
cops
around,
have been taken. Oh no.
when you look around and you count everyone who's on the cot, you see this like pile of rags kind of off in the corner. It's like blankets that were extra, and you just see this long, spindly legged, pointy eared elf just literally curled up in a ball like a cat and just sleeping.
Is that your buddy, Pervy?
Or am I sleeping?
There's the metaphysics of what's going on right now are beyond me. I'll
Come
be
on,
honest.
Mr. Mannix, you're the investigator. Investigate the hell out of this situation.
Well, for
Again, this
what
light
I
is
can
still
gather.
flashing.
All right,
It's
what I can
literally
gather,
flashing.
is it flashing like a strobe light, like in our faces, kind of thing?
Yes, it's almost similar to Morse code, type of a pattern.
Okay.
Yes.
Does it have like a steady rhythm, or is it?
It has
seem
a
like it's
repeating pattern. It's like
repeating pattern? Oh.
with the
That
flash.
mean anything to you, Roga? Or you, Pervy? Some sort of pirate code?
Wait, am I a cat?
In your mouth.
Am I also
mouse.
in the scene with the mouse? Am I a mouse?
We're all mice.
Everyone is a mouse.
I'm with a mouse, and we see a flashing light.
Yes.
Mhm.
And we don't know we want to run away or run to.
Yes.
I mean, sure, yeah. That's
Investigate. Who's brave? Not the
not Pervy.
Not I.
George. You have a shell. Go investigate.
I do have a shell. Keeps you protected.
Yes.
Yeah, we shove George up
George.
first.
George scampers over.
So Pervy, you can roll an investigation check with advantage for being a pirate.
Advantage on top.
It was a pirate code. I knew it.
Pirate code.
Where's that? In here?
Buddy, pirates.
So investigation is intelligence. So you just go intelligence. Yeah.
Yeah.
7?
No.
I'm not very bright, guys.
What is the modifier there? Just plus zero.
That's a zero.
All right. We're getting to know these new guys.
That's
Pervy,
right. That's just
Hang
your
on the smart side.
average intelligence.
With a nice sense of humor.
That's right.
So this flashing becomes more and more like it's really trying to get your attention.
All right.
What the hell does it
We're gonna
mean?
die, guys.
Seeing Pervy attempt to. I don't know if that was supposed to be your
She
name.
just
but
runs away
Pervy.
screaming, "We're gonna die!" Like, oh no!
It's more like I'm so stupid. I run in circles.
We're gonna die! We're gonna die! We're gonna die!
Oh,
But you're
great.
running on all fours.
These are fantastic additions to the party.
Could someone investigate before we really die?
Yeah, I will try to investigate it as well, knowing that seeing Pervy try to figure out what it is. I will figure out that it's something that might be understood. So I'll try to also.
You can recognize it as some kind of a code.
It's not thieves' cant, is it? Because I speak
Nope.
that. Okay.
Nope, not thieves' cant. It's a flashing light. Definitely not thieves' cant.
Right?
All right. Well, let's see what this does.
Ah!
All right, what does that get me?
It's got a +9.
Man, show off.
Mannix, with your 18, you recognize that the flashing light appears to be a code similar to Morse code. And whenever you watch the newest set of symbols come across and you've got your hand and you're just like tapping it out as it's
Little
coming
mouse hand.
through, yeah. Your whiskers twitch. You realize that the code says they're coming for you. Hurry up.
Oh shit, guys! We should have paid attention to this flashing light the entire time.
No,
I
no.
think it took us an hour to figure it out.
They're coming for us. Okay. Something's coming for us.
Guys,
And we-
I don't know what this means, but I'm glad my stealth is a +6. It's the highest.
Oh, all right.
It just disappears.
I'm gonna live. You guys go ahead. Put it in bin.
Can we tell what the source of the flashing light is?
Whatever you roll against
You can see that there is a figure across the deck of the ship, standing by an entrance to a tunnel, and they are somehow flashing this light at you.
Oh, so they want us to hurry up to get to them, maybe. All right, I will relay this information to everybody else.
It would have been faster if they just came over and told us.
Probably. Yeah, I would have at this point. Hey, asshole, get over here and talk to us. No, I will start heading in that direction.
I mean,
What are the rest of you gonna do?
Intelligence of 7.
What do the rest of you do? Do you follow Mannix? Do you stay where you are?
Where's Manix going?
I managed to go see.
Yeah,
Towards the figure at the tunnel.
sure.
They're saying to hurry up because something's coming for us.
Yeah,
I don't want to get killed by something.
that's yeah. You know, Manix has good survival instincts. I'll give him that.
Yeah, but it's a scout. George goes over also.
Someone has to grab Hervey by the tail. She's running in circles. Just
George, just pick her up and run.
As you all make it to this tunnel entrance, what you see is a little female gerbil, and she's holding this very tiny piece of mirror that she was using to reflect candlelight to try to get your attention. That's how she was flashing at you and making this code. And you hear her say, "Oh, thank goodness you made it! The witch has come once again. I see your handiwork has brought you here. Well, we must get to it. Maybe you'll survive." And she takes off.
wait,
Down
Madam
the tunnel.
Gerbil, we have questions.
She runs probably 40, 50 feet ahead of you and looks back
That's
and
a long
sees you
way
all.
for a mouse.
Jeez.
That's a fucking
She runs
40 or
4 or
50
5
feet in
inches.
mice feet or in people feet?
mice feet. Whatever the
she
conversion
looks back.
is.
Yeah.
She looks back and sees you all just staring at her dumbfounded. Mannix going, and she's like, "Hardy, Hardy, we must go, Hardy."
Okay, I can, and I will. Well, I don't know if you'll let me do this. So,
I have the power.
I have my ear for deceit, so I can tell if someone's lying to me. But this isn't technically a person. This is a gerbil.
But you're
Oh,
technically a mouse.
I am technically a mouse. So can I use my?
How well can mice read gerbils?
That's the question.
Since you're all members of the rodent family, I will allow you to use your ear of deceit.
Okay, so I'm going to roll a perception check. All it does is if I get a roll of 7 or lower, I move it up to an 8.
Is this a friend of yours, Mr. Manix?
Not that I'm aware of. That's fine. 17.
Yeah.
Does
With-
this gerbil seem trustworthy?
From everything you can tell, hearing everything that she has said, she fully believes everything she has said to you. And she appears to be telling the truth.
Okay.
And at this point, she is continuing to go ahead, yelling
Alright.
back, "Hurry, hurry! We must go! Hurry!"
All right.
Small creatures are always in a hurry.
Short
Well,
lives.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
But
Short,
I
pointless
would-
lives.
If we don't want ours to be short as well, I think we got to.
All right, we'll follow your new girlfriend.
Gerbil.
Mannix, what's your passive perception?
My passive perception is amazing. 18.
You're getting him all these chances to flex. It's irritating.
He never gets the chance.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
Mannix, you hear a creak behind you.
Oh, sorry. That's just me.
I will literally yell run and just dash into the tunnel. I don't know what it is, but I'm at this point I'm convinced that something's trying to kill us.
That's a normal state of being. Oh, what fresh hell have these guys gotten me into?
George, Pervy, do you run? Do you stay?
I was like, where did everyone go? I'm still running around.
I turn back and say, I guess we're following the gerbil lady into the hole. That sounds
He's
like
the
a
only
thing.
one who's talked to us so far.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but guys, she could have schizophrenia.
She probably does. Let's go.
I think you have schizophrenia.
I think you're projecting.
Yeah.
As you all enter this tunnel, you hear again just that pealing laugh, but it sounds like whoever is laughing is having the best time and is like watching you guys like on a little TV.
Can I
and
roll to
like,
see
just
if I
watching this other
recognize?
thing.
Can I roll to see if I can recognize this laughter?
You do recognize it from before because you thought it was your boss.
Okay.
So it's the same laughter, but it's
Same
like
laughter.
someone's watching a soap opera on a TV, and it's just like laughing at the correct moment. As you run down this tunnel, following this tiny little gerbil, constantly going, "Honey, honey, we must go, honey, honey." Exactly, just like that. You all of a sudden come to this large oval room, and when you run in, you at first think you were in an enclosed space, but as you look around, you seem to realize that the walls go up, but at a point there's no roof. So as you
Open
keep
sky.
looking up, excuse me, as you keep looking up, you realize that you're surrounded. There are rodents of every kind looking down on you, from gerbils to the hamsters to other
We need to
mice.
get a fucking cat on this ship. Why are there so many rodents here?
They
Talk to
are
the
What are the
captain.
giant ones? What are the giant rats in Louisiana? What are those called? Nutria? Are there
Yeah.
giant nutria?
Jesus. I'm gonna talk to the captain about this when we get back to size.
You're not real sure where it came from, but you look around and they're all just looking down at the four of you. Little chittering sounds are coming. There's like even little mice children that are going waving little
I
flags.
think we're their god now.
I accept all forms of worship.
Are we like, is this like the mice gladiators? Like we're in the arena?
Oh no,
You-
she's asking
you-
the right questions.
Yeah.
Am
That's-
I gonna have to stab you guys with my little sword?
First they cheer.
she's just immediately ready to kill us all.
Oh no.
Rena,
No, survival
Never
first.
trusted you.
I don't know you very well, Perry, but
I mean, you just see 40, 50, just so many of these little rodents all around. And then all of a sudden, cheers and clapping starts, and literally the biggest rat you have ever seen, kind of like that Nitria or whatever the hell it was from Louisiana,
yep.
comes out, and this thing is bulbous. It looks like that Subway rat that stole the pizza from New York, except for like 3 times as big.
Oh my god.
It comes out and it meanders toward everyone's going. Ah! They're all so happy. They
They
look
were
down at you
cheering
and
for
go,
us.
"Ah!" And this rat steps
I'm
forward.
out of the big rat. I start clapping. I start walking as if I'm slowly joining the audience.
As you try to move to the side, there are some very burly looking rat guards that kind of shoo you back towards the middle. But this rat looks down at everyone. He does his wave. His wave.
Is the gerbil still around?
You haven't seen the gerbil.
Fucking
You walked
gerbil.
into this room
Can't
and
trust
the
him.
gerbil disappeared.
Fucking ran into the arena of death. Does this rat have weapons on him, or is just...
And he looks down at you all. He claps his little hands, And he opens them and goes, "Champion! You have been brought to our arena by the witch." And you just hear fearful murmuring going around the whole space, like they're all terrified of this witch. Like the champions before you, the witch expects you to retrieve her treasure, the Wheel of Cheese! And the cheering erupts from the crowd, and you just hear,
I can get you all the wheels of cheese you need, man.
And as the chanting of cheese dies down, the Rat King continues to speak. She has promised to return any champion to their body who retrieves her treasure. Now go forth, champions, and save us all. And at that, you are.
I would love to know more about this society. I am fascinated.
We're rescuing them with cheese.
Did you all used to be people that the witch turned into rodents? Or is the witch some sort of like rodent army? Either way, this is amazing.
As you are stammering out your questions, and Roka is just literally raising one eyebrow, going, "What the hell?" Pervy's running in circles. George is just stoically looking at everything. And these giant rat guards come up and with spears drawn start pushing you towards this door. And you are so severely outnumbered that fighting the rat guards would instantly cause your death.
Fair enough, DM.
Is this Matrix rules? If I die in my mouse body, do I die in real life?
I think we'll find out.
I don't know the answer to that, I'm afraid.
As you get closer to the door, your little gerbil friend shows back up. And she looks at you all and goes, "Champions, champions, champions!" And hands you all...
left out some very important information, Lady Gerbil.
She hands you all this tiny piece of cheese. She gives you each one and says, "You'll know when to use it," and scampers away. At that, you...
Fucking gerbils.
At which point you come to this ornately carved door. And there's two real burly guards standing in front of it. They've got their pikes in front of them. They are being forced towards this entrance. Does anyone happen to speak Abyssal?
Oh my lord.
That is not the language I expected you to come out with.
The language of the rats. Speaketh of the demons.
Are any of these other rodents wearing clothing besides us?
Yes.
Okay.
They all.
Do we feel reverse shame for wearing the only one clothed?
Should we be naked?
Manus gets naked just in case.
I'll never be able to do this again.
So since nobody speaks Abyssal,
It says I can speak any two languages, but I don't think Roko would have one of those two languages be Abyssal.
No. So the doors are opened by these guards holding the pipe. You guys are shuttered in, and the next thing you know, you are brought... Second? Make sure I'm on the right thing.
All the meanwhile, we're holding a little piece of cheese.
Yeah, do I have pockets to put this in?
You have a little cheese.
Do we know what this cheese does? Do we supposed to eat the cheese?
No, she said we will know.
Oh, we'll know. Okay. I'm hungry now. That's how I know.
I would like to
tokens.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed.
All right.
Do I feel like I didn't long rest? Apparently. Let me do that now.
Yeah, that button doesn't
everyone
work
should
anymore for some reason.
Yeah. Raymond, you can put yours up to full health. Everyone has full health.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, the button stopped working. I tried to do that to you guys when I was planning the session, and it wouldn't work.
Oh,
So you have to just do it manually.
okay.
I'm not sure what changed. It must have been a Roll20 update or something.
Do I feel like I still have my wizard magic in this mouse buddy?
Yes.
Okay.
So you are shoved into this hallway, and you hear a resounding thud behind you, and you realize that the doors have been closed behind you. As the doors close, all of these lights just come on in the hallway, just one right after, leading further and further down this hallway to what you don't know, but it's definitely like it's telling you follow the light type of event.
Trail of lights.
To which
All right.
Guys, last time we listened to a voice, we got into arena.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead and pop detect magic on. I'm not gonna sit here and do it as a ritual. I'm just gonna cast it.
Oh, call it magic.
here, 30 feet of you.
And I'm going to slowly inch my way forward.
Magic around.
Careful to look for anything that looks like a physical trap or a magical trap.
Let's get the
All the time.
get the shelled rat up there. Put him in front. Looks like you can take a blow or two.
Mr. Sheldrat, Ruka doesn't know our names.
I didn't bother to learn anybody's names. For those of you watching at home, you'll be seeing it from my point of view, which is as a player's and not as a DM's.
You'll be just as surprised as the rest of us.
Yeah.
George says, oh, this is quite an interesting predicament we got into.
George, damn it! Spit
John
it
ate
out.
the cheese!
We need that for later. I don't know.
We each got one.
It's probably our ticket home, somehow.
No, I mean, if someone wanted to do like an investigation check on the cheese.
We never even thought to look at the damn cheese.
George already ate his.
You're gonna regret that.
That's typically how George goes.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah, I suspected George would eat his, actually.
This sounds
He's licking his fingers.
We
What have you done?
we both look at
George!
Mannix to just investigate it, and we turn around and George has already eaten his cheese. Oh god.
Cheese crumbs falling from his fingers.
I take a few like noteworthy steps backwards from George just in case he explodes or something.
George, as you lick the last bit of cheese from your fingers, you feel the effect of what feels like a potion of greater healing go over you, but as you are full health, it does nothing. It has no effect.
Oh, George.
It was just some really, really good cheese.
Man, well, he looks still fine to me. I guess it's not poison.
Yeah.
It's good investigating there, George.
Yeah. Good test.
It was just a piece of cheese, guys. Nothing happened.
So it would seem.
Give him 4 hours.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The effects of the cheese last longer than 4 hours.
See your rat doctor.
See your rat doctor.
They probably have doctors.
What's up with these light spiderweb things?
So what you see in the hall are a number of sconces that kind of are leading you along this path. From what you can tell, it appears that it has been a very long time since somebody has been sent down this path. You see a trail of little tiny footprints in front of you, but it looks like just a single rodent came down here. The lights are slowly burning away these spider webs that have built themselves up over them to reveal the pathway.
This concerns me because either those are some very tiny spiders, or we're about to find a spider that is twice as large as us, or I don't know what. No, I guess spiders. What's the size relation to spiders to mice?
There are some pretty fucking big spiders out there.
I mean, yeah.
Roka says nervously.
Yeah.
I mean, there's big spiders in the world of D&D for people, also.
That's right. It's just like regular spiders.
Yeah.
How big would a regular spider be to a mouse?
Jesus.
Okay, inching forward, scared of any long hallway. Is this a door we see ahead of us up here, or is this just more wall?
Keep going and find out.
Okay, so keep up, assholes.
George, get up here.
It's survival of the fittest, guys.
Oh my gosh.
I'm digesting my cheese, guy.
He's moving sluggishly. Oh, I shouldn't have eaten that piece of cheese.
You know what they say, don't exercise.
Guys,
And now,
where's everybody?
It's alright, do we need to hold hands? Everybody perform a human chain. Yeah.
Or mine. Hold the tail by hand. Mount the tail.
We're safe if we're all
Yeah, that's right.
together.
We tie our tails to each other. Form a rat king.
Or mine.
It's like it curves around here.
Okay. Yeah.
Is that a door, that white line?
No.
Oh,
Just wall? Okay.
Just wall.
oh I didn't do that.
So, Mannix, you have dungeoneering, right?
I do.
Everybody get
but
behind Mannix.
What that means may not be what you think it means.
I stay a corpse length away from Mannix at all times.
It's a safe place to be.
Talk to me about this dungeoneering. What does it
What-
allow you to see?
It doesn't do what you think it does. It doesn't save me from anything. It allows me. I'm alert to hidden traps and secret doors, which means I have advantage on perception and investigation checks to detect the presence of secret doors, which is super situational. And then I have advantage on saving throws made to resist traps, and I
Okay.
have resistance to damage dealt by traps.
So you get advantage on determining if there's a trap there via a secret door or something like that.
I have advantage to find secret doors. This specifically does not give me advantage on finding traps.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check as you come around the corner.
Okay. I'm really missing my glasses. I would have my glasses down and have advantage on all of these checks.
That's true.
You already get advantage with your dungeoneering.
Well, this is just a regular check for stuff.
Alright. So that's good enough. Mannix, as you come around the corner with Roka a corpse length behind you, George dragging Pervy by the tail a few feet behind that, you hear a click. And in that split second, I'd like for you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Boy, I do get advantage on this one because this is the trap has gone off. Oh dear. Okay, dexterity saving throw.
And
Look at that! I needed it too.
Wow. Wow.
while Mannix is doing that, Roka, give me a we'll do a perception check. Without advantage, regular perception check.
Oof.
Ah, okay. That's fine. Roka, you see Mannix just fly backward.
Oh, myself.
And as he goes flying, that propels you backward to which you bump into George, which generally George doesn't move because he's a turtle and he weighs like 300 pounds. But in mouse form, he does not. And he's busy trying to hold on to Pervy's tail to keep Pervy moving in the right direction. Everyone just falls back, and you hear just as arrows just go flying across the hallway, narrowly missing Mannix as he does his little backflip somersault backward
He just
to
fell
avoid being hit.
It looked cool though, didn't it?
Get off me!
Well,
Put you in front.
what direction were those arrows coming from? Like south to north?
They were going, so if you guys are moving east to west, yeah, they were going like a south to north kind of right, gonna dissect your path right as you went. So they were also going, as you're coming around the corner, they are also going east to west. But there's like a little bit of a wall there
I
that
see.
they would have hit.
Yeah. Okay.
Holes in the walls where they shoot out of. Apparently pressure
crawl.
plates.
Can we crawl underneath the arrows?
No, they shot out right here.
Yeah.
What if there's another one?
Yeah, are they like I guess to Pervy's question, like
Like a hole.
are the holes tall enough to where we could just duck and
Yep.
crawl? Commando crawl?
This trap looks like it was created by a maniac. And being that the arrow slits have no discernible pattern, but you can definitely see that they go from bottom to top. So there's some in random pattern all the way from the floor all the way up to the ceiling.
What a maniac.
But it was triggered
Alright,
with
well, step two
something you
then.
stepped on?
Yeah. Let's see if we can find what made the click. Do I know if it was like a stepping pressure plate sort of situation?
So you recognize that as you were walking, you then heard a click, so you would assume that it could potentially be a pressure plate. I will let you roll with advantage perception, but everyone else can just roll a regular perception check to see if you can find the pressure plate.
Back to normal. On top. And then, yep. Here's
Oh, I'm on that shit.
Yeah.
Look at these
Why did you
rolls.
roll
Wow.
twice?
yeah, 2 plus 5.
And why did you roll twice?
I did not. I rolled once.
Oh wait, sorry, that was the other one. Okay. So
I just suck. I think I'm hiding behind him with the turtle shell.
So as you're coming around the corner, seeing as how you had already stepped on it once, you were kind of feeling like with your little mouse feet the difference in these stones, and you very easily find the stone that set off the pressure plate before. So you can with your rolls, y'all can deftly move around this pressure plate and keep from setting off the trap.
Extra.
I will instruct Pervy to stick behind us. Don't step anywhere that we don't step. Since she is unaware.
Guys, I'm still holding my cheese.
You're doing good. I might need that. I'm gonna follow very carefully at a comfortable length behind Mannix.
I love that Mannix is still the first one going in.
I mean,
It's yep.
he's got that dungeoneering.
What? That's not 30 feet out yet. Nope. Okay. Yeah, still inching forward another hallway. There's blood at the end of this hallway, though.
That's great.
That's always good. Yep.
I'm gonna stay back
And
here with
again,
George.
as you're going down the hallway, you can still see the little tiny rodent prints going down the hallway. They're the only prints that you see.
Do they look like our size, or do they look like large rodent?
They look like your size.
Like our size. Okay.
Mhm.
But it looks like these tracks have just made a beeline. It looks like somebody's just walked straight down the hallway.
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's follow those tracks. See what happens. They made it past the trap, so they must be doing something right.
Keep searching for traps, though.
Yeah. No, I've decided against it.
Charge forward heedlessly.
All right, you guys got to keep it pretty close. Uh-oh, there's what? I see things popping up on the map.
I'm gonna hide back here.
All right, we're just slowly inching forward, just watching it out there, waiting for like, all right, now you gotta stop.
Yeah. We
Guys, I
we
smell good.
constantly furtive glances at Mannix, see if he knows where he's
Yeah,
going.
I mean, long hallways make me nervous, just in general.
Yeah, that's very true.
Ah.
The last long hallway we were in before this place shot electricity at us, so
Oh
Fair.
yeah, that's right.
It's fair.
I remember that now.
all right. I am within 30 feet of whatever this is. Does it appear to have any magic about it?
No.
Or can you tell me what it looks like?
So as you enter this more cavernous type space, you look around and you recognize that the footprints that you have been following this time abruptly end. It looks like they got dragged for a few inches and then they're just gone.
Oh, dear.
Around you, you see a streaks of dried blood all over the floor and the walls. So it looks like something put up a giant fight in this room. You see bones scattered around the corners.
Gazebo bones? Because we love those.
In the middle of the room, you see just a giant pillar with some additional sconces on them, just sitting there providing the light. In the room, you can hear just a faint.
Great.
I would like for you all to roll stealth check.
Stealth checks.
There's literally a cat behind you, too. in your,
Click on
as if she was summoned.
There you go. Now roll.
Ooh. Oh, Mannix.
13's not the worst.
No, it's not. I'm just glad I didn't roll the worst.
Mannix and Roka.
Neither one of us were good enough.
Damn it.
As you walk into this room, you are just not as stealthy as you think you are.
Hey, everybody, we're being super quiet out here. Nothing here but us mice. Doing mice stuff.
You
I
stumble
think that's
in.
exactly what they're gonna attack. Is mice doing mice stuff?
Oh, you think?
And you stumble on some of the bones that are just scattered haphazardly around. Roka, you accidentally kick one. It goes flying.
Some asshole didn't organize their bones. God damn it.
I hear Mannix curses because he falls and hits his knee, but he stands back up. It was on his what used to be his bum leg too, but
I'm not used to having a good leg there.
and then as these things all happen all at once, that sound that you hear stopped, and in the darkness, you just see the two yellow eyes and they open wide, and they instantly zero in on Mannix and Roka. And
Hi.
Nice kitty kitty.
and out of the shadows, the biggest cat
Jesus
you
Christ.
have ever seen.
It's probably a regular sized cat, guys. Don't freak out. Oh wait, we're tiny.
Yeah.
We're fucked.
It comes out, and it is just stalking
Oh no.
towards you. You know the way like the cats do whenever they've got their eyes on prey, and it just sees you.
I think
and
he sees you.
moves.
I think he sees you. Ro-
No, I'll race you out of here. Let's go.
We're just pointing.
1, 2, and Roka starts running.
At this
Ah,
point, I would like everyone to roll for initiative.
Just have to go faster than you.
Let's hurry up.
You have to have the initiative tracker window open before we roll.
How do I do that?
On that bar, it's like one of the last ones. It's a clock symbol. There you go.
Aha!
Yes, one.
Hell yes.
Okay, and then click on that.
I rolled. I'd like for the record. I rolled a 13.
But yeah. And
No, that was my stealth check. Never mind.
So you can roll initiative, Hun, if you click on the token, and then there should be a thing in the upper left corner that has the initiative button on it, I think. Well, maybe you don't have that on my buttons, though.
I don't see your buttons.
Okay, you can just open the sheet and... let's see, how do you people do initiative?
How do I open the sheet?
On the top right,
Player
it's a
sheets are
knit.
different.
Oh, there's an init button, yeah.
In it.
You can shift double left click on a token to open the character sheet.
There it goes.
Yep.
Okay.
And there's an initiative button kind of in the middle.
Okay. Aha, there it is.
Oh, jeez.
That's not great.
And then on the tracker, you can select it to go into descending, so it'll reorganize them.
So now you can either attack with your longbow or your short sword. Well, I mean, wait your turn. But
Wow, I rolled a 17 and still get to go forth. It's okay.
Yeah, we rolled a lot of initiatives.
All right.
Most of you. do.
So,
It's gotta run faster than you.
Roka, you are first.
your HP didn't scale, so you're 16 points.
Alright. Are we gonna have to fight this fucking cat?
I mean, our options are fight or just run as fast as we can.
Does the cat look like it could fit in this hallway?
Yes.
Can we split up?
That's probably a good idea. One of us will die, but I like those odds. One of us will die. He looks at Mannix meaningfully, but I like those odds.
Fuck you.
We'll put that on your tombstone.
I do not vote for this plan.
Does Roka have
mean-
his hand crossbow with him, or just his sword?
You only have your sword.
Okay. I will gingerly run up to this cat, like, all right, let's do this. We'll attack and split up, right? And I will attack it with my short sword. It says I have 2 melee attacks. I don't know if you want to give that to me or not, but
Yep, that's
I'll
fine.
give it one. Oh, look at that!
Wow.
Open with
Roka
the
was ready.
crit. I was so ready. I don't do a whole lot of damage though.
He does not do much damage.
A 5 on a crit is terrible.
That's
That is-
pretty bad.
That is really bad.
He coughs and says, this is the rat form. It's just not, I usually perform much better than this. So you let me do another one?
Will you just tickle the cat?
Oh, God, I gotta watch more on the non-crit. It makes no sense.
That's max damage.
Alright, and I guess I'm a low-level rogue. It says I can use a bonus action to take the dash, disengage, or hide action. So, bonus action, disengage, and let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Roka just runs around the corner after stabbing
Now
that
you
cat.
already moved 15 feet to get to the cat.
15 feet? Okay. So 20, 25, 30. You're right there.
Okay.
I poked it and ran around the corner.
Pervy, you're next.
I'm going with my longbow.
Oh man, look at these crits!
Wow. All right, I'm warming up to these new guys.
And I
Yep.
think I get 2. So do I do it
So-
again?
Well, you hit, so now click on the attack button. That's how much damage you do. There you go.
Nice.
9.
So 9.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Do it again.
Yeah, click multi-attack so they know what you have.
Huh?
Click on the multi-attack word so they know that you have that skill. And then, yeah, you click again now.
Die, cat.
Jeez. 19 after that.
Guys, I was just playing coy.
She's
I used to my weapon now.
crazy, but
Oh, yeah.
we definitely want her in a fight. Good lord.
Damn, she did 18 damage in that turn.
Wow.
You're welcome. guys.
George.
George says, damn it, Pervy, the cat hadn't seen us yet.
That's why I use a longbow. I'm not gonna die.
I'm never gonna die. I'm gonna live forever.
I'm gonna live forever.
Alright, George thinks, maybe the cat hasn't seen me yet.
Oh, I mean, technically, we didn't do this, but it didn't matter because you hit anyway. But, Pervy, you did attack from stealth.
Longbow.
Yeah, so that first attack probably should have had
Oh,
advantage.
advantage, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she
Still
critted
got-
already.
She already
You got a
critted.
crit already.
She got a crit, yeah, so it did not matter.
Nope.
When you attack from stealth, you get advantage because he didn't know you were there.
Oh.
But since you already crit, you can't do any better than. I guess George is in stealth as well, right?
Mm.
So
For
George
your
is
first attack, yes.
saunter away. If I
Just leave it.
He
What the
leaves.
fuck? George!
He already ate his cheese. He's good.
this is like a dark corner.
That's right.
No. George will shoot also, but I don't have my special gear. Is that what you said? I don't have my.
That's correct. You do not have any of your special gear. You have you have a short sword, which is made from a toothpick, and
I have a range being. I think I just have a longbow also.
okay.
Well, I think it's the same, so I'm just gonna click on the scout's longbows because I don't have one saved.
That's fine.
But I have advantage because I'm from stealth.
All
I
right.
needed that one.
Yeah.
And 4.
Okay.
Oh snap! You know that.
All right. Perny
This
gets
is-
to go now. So
I'm just standing out here and I'm the only one in the light, just standing out.
We all scattered like roaches.
Perny moves around in a
Perny the cat?
circle, and Perny the cat, and makes a beeline towards Mannix and jump
Hi!
right into the air.
I've died so many times. I care not.
I welcome it with open arms.
And attempts to pounce
This is
on Mannix.
all right.
How do I make it roll the thing?
I think pounce is just its claw attack, right? If it moves 20 feet or something.
Yeah, here we go. 20 feet straight toward a creature and then hits it with a claw attack on the same turn. So let's see. Oh, wait, I was supposed to do a thing with these things, weren't I? I was supposed to turn off. Haha, okay, hang on. Don't auto roll damage. And no, I don't get advantage. I remembered! I remembered! Alright.
13. That was that's almost doesn't hit me.
Almost
Almost.
doesn't hit me.
That's
Um,
it's real hard not to hit me, and you came close.
Wait, so I did hit you?
You did hit me. Yes.
13 hits him.
Yep.
For 11 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then I need for you to make a DC 13 strength saving
Strength.
throw.
Boy.
That's right.
Oh
That's
no.
not right.
Just fail.
I'm
Critical 20.
mortified by a giant cat.
You are
As your
now
friends
knocked
abandon you.
prone,
Yeah.
and the tiger and Perny is now allowed to make a bite attack against you as a bonus action.
Great.
So,
With advantage because he's prone.
you're prone.
That's
Yep.
right. Yeah. Thank you for that reminding her.
I totally would not have remembered.
Do you remember to get your
Okay.
advantage there, Mr. Cat? Make sure you
Oh my
bite his juicy
God.
bits real hard.
Don't forget, you have your cheese.
I do have my cheese, yes. I'm probably going to use it immediately because I have
You have
fucking
that
4 hit points left after.
Oh no.
Manix, it is now
He
your
rolls out of
turn.
his little mouse pouch when the cat hit him.
Yeah, the cheese just gets
The cheese.
crushed by the cat. No.
Now it's Queso.
Mhm.
It is your turn, Manic.
All right. Do I have my rapier or do I just have like a short?
I will let you roll a
Okay.
if you had one already in your inventory from before.
That's my
We'll
basic
say
weapon.
that your little toothpick sword has the same stats as your rapier.
Okay.
George, that can be the same for you. I couldn't remember if you were using a short sword or a rapier before. If you have a rapier in your inventory, you can use that as well.
Is this cat holding me down or did it just knock me down? Bite me?
It
Cat's
just
been holding you
knocked
down for years.
That's right. All right. And I assume. Well, I
As
hope.
this kitty looks on.
Yeah.
and judges.
Exactly. I hope that eating a piece of cheese has the same free action status as drinking a potion.
It does.
Okay, I will just two-hand shove the cheese in my mouth.
You may roll 44 plus 4.
Okay,
Eat that cheese.
eat that cheese. 11. That's the first attack at least. That's
Yeah, I give you some.
yeah.
George whispers to Mannix, "Cut off your tail and run."
that's how this works.
I can
All right.
tell you that as you look at the cat before, as you munch on your cheese and contemplate life's choices, Perny appears to be bloodied.
Okay,
She took
we put
some pretty good
hits.
hit. Yeah.
We're stabby rodents.
That's
Not
right.
like your normal rodents.
Put up a
All right.
fight.
Well, I've still got my magic, so I'm gonna I hope this doesn't destroy my toothpick sword, but I'm gonna light it up with green flame.
He'll click on it. His ability.
21. That's solid.
That'll hit.
All right. I actually don't get sneak attack because he's not engaged with him. Actually,
That's true.
so that is just 6 damage. Well, you know, I don't know where Roka went, but I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna use my bonus action to disengage.
Don't bring
Also,
that cat over here. you
I
son
am
of a
bringing
bitch.
that cat straight for you.
Don't forget, you were knocked prone, so it will take half your movement to stand up.
So 15 to stand up. Fuck me. I'm gonna 5, 10. Oh man, 15. I can't
killing me.
get away from the cat. I ran the wrong direction, I think.
Oh, yeah, I see you.
Well, yeah. The cat's right behind me. Still.
No, no.
The cat's coming.
You bastard.
Yeah.
Roka.
Damn it.
Get out
Panics.
here and kill this cat!
Son of a bitch.
Use your action to push him down.
And then run. Just slashes Achilles tendon and run. Fine. Somebody has to be the hero here. I will.
That's when you push my ass down. That's heroism right
That's
there.
right. Apparently, Roka does get a sneak attack of a 2d6 if he has. Oh, it's only if he has advantage. Oh, or when the target's within 5 feet of an ally. You're an ally, right, Mr.
Yep.
Phoenix?
I sure am. Well, it depends. You were about to sacrifice me to a cat.
Well, if that didn't work, then I guess we're allies again.
21 will hit.
Alright, so I'm going to sneak attack it with an extra 7 damage.
That's a solid hit.
Solid hits.
Roka, how would you like to dispatch the cat?
Oh, man. Roka comes out and says, it's time to be the hero! And he runs over and stabs at the cat's leg, and then does a sliding underneath as it tries to slash at him and just kind of, I don't know what to get too graphic, disembowel the cat from underneath. He tries to do a really cool move. I know. He does do a really cool move, and when he comes up, and the cat's body's just covered in guts and viscera. It's just like, being a hero is nasty work. I don't usually have to get my hands dirty.
I'm back to not liking the new guy.
You see, you don't like the new guy, Roka.
I need to reconnect to Discord real quick. Everybody looks like pixels.
Wow.
Oh, Heather.
Yep. Trying to get my cat to come over to me because it makes it more that way.
Do some sound effects for you.
Come here, Miss you. She's just looking at me. Alright, the cat's judging me for having selected a cat.
Sorry,
to
cat.
go after you all. I don't know how to do the red X. So.
You click on it's.
As you slide out from underneath Perny, and you think you feel the blood and the guts and all those things, but as you come out underneath Perny, you realize that there's nothing on you, and the body of the cat just fades away.
What the hell kind of magic is this?
Well, it can still hurt people.
I was gonna say, do you still feel the pain?
Do I still have my wound?
The pain is real.
Yes.
It was a heart illusion.
Jeez.
Oh boy.
In front of you, you see a hallway. And then obviously behind you is the path to which you came.
Okay. Is there anything else looks like anything else in this room besides this column with a light? Okay. Just a big cat trap.
Meow.
All right. Well, this time I'm done being because I have half my hit points. So.
Roka pockets
George.
his cheese very carefully.
Yeah. Right. George, you can walk in front of.
Sounds good.
Guys, can I come out of hiding yet?
God damn it.
I think it's safe. Cat was some kind of illusion. A painful one.
Hmm?
You did good there, Pervy.
Thank you. Thank you. I just didn't want to die.
It's the general motivation most of us have most of the time.
It's alright. We'll let this one die first. Gestures to Mannix.
You voted. You die first.
Yeah.
I was in this party before you, Roka. We're taking a vote.
That's right. Let's take a vote.
Oh no! Wait.
If you're
People
dead,
don't like
you don't get a vote. Your name won't be on the ballot.
Alright, so who will be in the front of the kitty treats this time?
I will literally stand behind George and wait for.
Yeah, we'll vote for George to lead us.
Yes. He walks backwards though with his like shell.
Just in case.
Have Mannix be searching the area just in case too.
Yeah, I've still got. Well, I guess technically, you know what we didn't do? I didn't roll
Concentration for
concentration.
detect magic.
I had to roll it twice. I got hit twice. Constitution. Well, fuck. Tech magic's gone, people.
All downhill from here.
Well, I mean, you could fake it until I'd be like, yeah, nope, don't
Yeah,
sense
there's no
anything.
magic anywhere.
There's no magic anywhere.
Sense nothing.
I mean, I've still got a spell slot. I can just cast it. I'm not going to use the rest of these spells for anything. Well,
You think?
maybe I'll use Observe Elements at some point. I'm going to save my spell slot.
Can you absorb cat swipes?
Yeah. Fortunately, cat swipes do not get absorbed. I will, however, be using my 18 passive perception to.
There he goes,
look
flexing
out.
again. You hear this? You hear this? This is why nobody
might not.
likes you, Mr. Mannix.
Keep moving down the hallway.
Roko wipes the faded, invisible cat blood off his blade.
There's nothing there.
As you progress down this hallway, I love how
George,
tense it gets as soon as I start
everyone steps back.
Click. Step back, step back, step back.
Yep. Before the DM can start talking.
Yeah, this power is kind of intimidating. I'm not gonna lie. As you're traveling down the hallway, you start to get the sense of nothing's here.
Okay.
Like it's trying to lull you into moving probably faster than you would want to.
Like it's like gravity, like it's drawing us down the hallway or something.
Like some unseen force is telling you to move faster. So George, since you're at the front of the line and everyone's going from holding on to everyone's tails, I'm assuming like you were the
Just-
last time.
Yeah.
Whee!
Oh, no.
George, I would like for you to make a wisdom saving throw. And you're
Whee!
Yep.
Where have you
and
left?
that is what all of you hear as all of a sudden George just
Swallowed by the
takes off
by the
Is he
tongue.
down.
drunk?
down the hallway.
The cheese is kicking in, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh wait, they did have problems.
I would like
It's
for
edible,
you
so
all-
it takes a little while.
Yeah.
I would like for Roka, for Mannix, and for Pervy to make dexterity saving throws, please. Or dexterity checks, please. Let's do a check instead.
Dexterity check.
To hang on.
Is that this one?
Yeah.
Woo! Okay. Well,
Mediocre.
Bye, George. Good luck.
no, that was to
Yeah.
determine whether or not you were fast enough to let go.
Oh.
You all failed. So as George is beelining it down this hallway, you all are just going right with him because sadly not one of you had the presence of mind to let go.
Fantastic.
I'm enthralled by his actions.
That's right. George is going there.
Roka, Pervy, Manic. Move you all up into a convenient little row. And George, as you're running down this hallway, you just hear this saccharine voice going, "Come to me. Come play with my pretty." And it's just in your mind, and the only thing you want to do is get to that void. You don't even feel the extra weight of the people who are behind you. You are just going for it. And I would like for you to roll a strength check, please.
George.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yes.
You are lured toward those spider webs.
Brought us into something terrible.
Check.
I was yeah, spider webs. I told you, normal sized spiders. We're gonna get
Normal sized
All right.
spiders are worst enemy.
So with George's strength, he is not slowed down by y'all's extra weight.
Wait, that was a bad.
God damn it!
That was a negative roll. What did I do bad?
And he just brings you all in.
He successfully brings us all to his death. Good check.
And
No.
everyone is just brought into this room, and the first and main thing that you see, besides the fact that there are a few pillars in this room, is that it is covered head to toe in spider webs. There are webs of all different kinds and shapes, and George, you still just hear, "Oh, you came to play with my pretties."
Yes, we did.
Oh, they will have
Yes,
fun
ma'am. I am
with you."
here.
I brought my friends.
There's his throat. Yeah, I'm here. Let's go.
I see you have brought friends.
George, what
Look,
the hell?
That was half dead.
Do they want to play with my pretties?
Do we hear this? I need
Yeah,
to
are
say
we
something.
hearing this voice?
Y'all
No,
cannot
George.
hear it at all. This is all in George's mind.
He's just manically running around these webs while we're hanging on.
What is happening?
George, man, what's going on? This looks bad.
So, before we go any further, do we want to take a break for a couple minutes, or do we want to keep going?
Let's do a short break.
Probably take a break, yeah.
Now's a good time for it.
Okay. So as George hears this voice saying, "Come closer," he starts to move into the further into the room. Again, you were all holding on because, again, even around the spider webs, not one of y'all has thought to let go.
I would like to let go.
And the scene goes black. So
You're all dead.
we'll be back in just a few minutes, and we will pick up with the secret voice.
Secret. It's a regular sized spider.
They're the worst.
All right. Looks like we're all trailing back in. So, remember where I was. Okay. As George and is hearing this quiet voice inside of his head, which thankfully none of the rest of you can hear.
We just see George acting like a maniac, just pulling his
yeah.
sword.
You see George acting like George.
I'm just used to it at
You
this point.
see the base strands of the spider web start to move, and it starts to give like a little shimmy and a little shake, and then you see another one start to move, and another one start to move, and another one start to move. So you know that whatever is coming for you, there's either a ton of them or it is huge.
I'm not sure which one I prefer.
I was gonna say they're both bad choices.
So as the strands start to shake more and more and more, you see come down this amalgamation of what looks to be thousands of tiny spiders that would be, if you were in your normal body, very small, very minuscule, but put together.
Oh god, it's even worse than I thought. It's not normal spider.
But put together in this way that they appear to be just one giant spider.
Tiny spiders have formed a giant spider.
That is.
Whoa.
I don't like that at all.
With this black widow of enormous proportion at the top, and you can just see her little pincers moving in the front as she looks like she is talking, and you all hear in your head, you have come to play. Welcome to our lair. And the next thing you know, the spider just leaps at you. And I would like for everyone to roll for initiative.
Surprise!
God damn it, George. This is not where we wanted to go.
It was the only way to go.
That.
We're obviously
You
in
just
the
turned us
maze.
here a little faster than we'd like.
Yeah.
You know me, I ain't want to dilly-dally. My cheese.
Jesus, run out.
And one thing I do need to mention before we fully get into this little battle of ours is that all of these spider webs all over the floor, it does make it very hard to move. So please remember that the floor counts as difficult terrain in this room.
Yep.
That means it costs twice the movement. Can't go 30 feet anymore, you can only go 15.
Walk through those spider webs. Set it all on fire. Burn the place to the ground.
Yeah. You're the wizard things.
Roka, you
I
are
don't have any anti-spiderweb wizard boots.
You disappoint me again. Alright, stabbing the spider. Oh, Roka!
Wow.
Good.
Wow.
now I know how you feel and how Crit
Yeah,
felt.
right?
My
With
third crit
the
of the evening, I
crit
think.
that I'm like, serious?
Come on, guys. I spent a lot of time on this monster.
Yeah, but I do no damage on my crits for some reason.
Well, yeah.
No,
Plus
you
a
didn't
sneak
do
attack
anything.
Yeah.
of 7.
There you go.
It was such a bad crit damage. 5. I did that before too. I critted and it was really bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 and a 1. Yeah.
I will
And then-
disengage, bonus action, and I don't know. Try to move around it, I guess. What's the play here?
Don't you still get 2 attacks?
Oh yeah.
Swing that
Try
sword.
one more swing of that sword. 18 hit a spider.
Yeah.
That will hit.
Ah.
More than my crit.
More than your crit. That's what happened last time, too.
I know, yeah.
Yep.
I think I can only make it if it's 5, 10, 20, like here
Okay.
on the webs.
Yep.
I'll just try and
That's-
circle around it, staying
Yeah,
on the web.
we'll all just circle the spider.
Yeah.
She can't eat us all.
Good plan.
The spider turns
Wow.
and looks at you, Roka, and you just see her little mandibles clickety clacking at you, and
Hey.
she whispers in your mind, "Won't you come and play?" And I would like for you to roll a wisdom save.
Oh, hey, look now.
We already said no, lady. Consent. Do not consent to your games.
I think I'm doing all right here.
Oh boy, look at that.
Now look, you're just not my type. You understand? I've been with a lot of exotic people, but giant spider beta spiders is just
Too out there.
it's a little extreme for me.
Sensing that her magic is not taking effect on you,
She eats me.
she, in essence, yes. She clickety clacks her little mandible, and the spider just lunges and attempts to bite you.
I said no.
Did you not? I did not give consent.
No.
Right.
Please no.
Aww.
Ooh. See, now you know how it feels to be a DM.
That's right.
Not until you whiff with your giant monster.
Role player excellent monster, and then the dice don't support you.
Yep.
As she lunges towards you to give you that Black Widow's kiss, you kind of like do that little juke and jive motion, and you feel her mandible lightly caress your face, and
Oh no.
And a few tiny.
yeah, a few little tiny spiders come out, which you just stomp and mash into the ground. George.
Can George stand here?
I'll allow it, as the pillars are a good 9 or 10 inches tall, since you're mice and you're very short. So there's kind of like a lip at the top, so you can kind of stand underneath it. Before you make any movement, though, I would like for you to roll another wisdom saving throw, please.
She's still in your head.
All right, so as you hear the voice in your head talking to you, come and play. Won't you play and stay?
Play and stay.
The voice
old
seems
play
to
and stay.
grow fainter, as you get stronger to resisting it. So now your attacks will no longer have disadvantage against the spider.
Mm.
Mm.
Oh, boy.
George shakes his head awake and like, what the? Where are we, guy?
All this.
Dragged us into
how
the
do we-
spider web.
Who did?
You!
You did.
What?
You were,
Just kill the spider.
you were very keen on dragging us into the spider's web. Where, guess
Bro.
what? It contained 1,000 spiders. As one big spider.
That was terrible, but I believe George is a fighter.
George is a fighter.
George.
He fights through the pain.
I believe George is strong.
That was a good try. Good try.
So 12 does not hit.
Oh man.
Massive spiders built.
Alright. He sings again with his other little mouse hand. Oh my god.
He's still shaking off the
Boy.
effects.
George still, yeah.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Pervy, you are up.
Hi. One
We
minute.
actually tie, but I'm guessing she has higher dex than me. So.
Everyone has higher.
What would you like to do?
Am I in range of 5 feet from her?
Yes.
Yes. I'm gonna go with the short sword.
Oh no.
Guys.
What's going on?
We can't deal with this thing.
Spiders.
Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing.
It's your
You're just showing us the damage you would have done.
Yeah.
Here's what would have happened.
Oh!
Hey!
Oh, that
Righted
hit.
yourself. Nice.
The 1-2.
11 damage.
Is that good?
You hear again in your head a voice just screaming, "Ah!" It's
You don't like it now, do you?
It's no longer that sweet saccharine sound. It is a monster sound in the pure definition.
Yikes.
It's no longer attempting to hide its true nature.
Now it sounds
but
like a massive spiders.
now it sounds like a mat biter.
Great.
I forgot to tell her rule about flanking. So can we count that as the first with advantage?
Run up.
Yes.
Or something happened with moving?
Yes, it's fine. Does she only move 15 feet?
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, so now you can attack again with advantage. I meant to tell her the rule at some point, but now so now you're gonna stick an attack. Yeah.
This is for the first attack you did?
Oof.
Yeah.
Lucky you have that advantage. 19 does hit.
Click on the word attack. Because you hit with the 19. Go.
Okay. Mannix.
Mannix is frantically searching his mice pockets for all his shit. Can't find anything. Frog medallion! Oh no, it's not here!
Yeah.
Wand of magic minutes! Oh no, it's not here!
Dagger. No.
It's my shit!
Wait, do you miss your frog?
I missed the frog statue. I don't miss the frog.
It's like having an employee not show up at work, even though you don't like that employee, but it still makes your job harder.
That's exactly right. Still would have been useful to have him here.
Still would have been useful to have him there.
I think it's still okay. I will also take up flanking position, and instead I will just stab at the massive spiders.
Wait, so like you're across from each other, you're just saying that.
23 will hit.
Because it's distracted, so you can hit a little easy.
8 damage.
Okay. And again, as
I would
as you
actually.
move
I'm gonna
forward-
disengage and run away. No, I can't actually. I took
No, you
5,
moved.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I can go.
And again, as you sank your sword into this amalgamation of spiders, you hear in your mind that feral scream of no.
We don't want to be here either. Spider swarm.
Mutual
Roka.
opposition. Alright, we'll attack it. So I have advantage now with flanking with Pervy.
Yes.
Good job, Pervy.
What's that?
What can I do with advantage? You can do good things with advantage.
21
Hi,
will
okay?
hit.
With an extra sneak attack.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a good
Damn.
sneak attack.
Woo! Alright, again, as your sword sinks in, you hear a feral scream of no!
Yes. Roka always gets his spider.
19 will hit.
Ah,
Aw, that was less impressive.
yeah, it was a little less impressive.
You carved out a couple spiders for that.
Yep.
I'm gonna disengage and move, I think, up to here. I'm a rogue. I gotta disengage and move around.
Manix is increasingly jealous of having Roka in the party. He's using all my moves.
That's right.
He's doing.
He just does it a little cooler than.
That's right. Just like
And he
everything's
does
a little
everything
cooler.
Just makes it look good.
Yeah.
God
The,
damn, stupid new rogue.
the spider, you can see it physically just writhing in pain. Y'all could just innately sense the fact with all of the wonderful hits y'all did. I feel the DM pain now.
That's right.
George said,
that
"I'll stay here if you want to go after those guys."
The spider does not have long for this world. As the little tiny spiders are continuously just falling off, as they have expired from where your swords have all gone into this amalgamation. But in a last desperate attempt to gain favor with one of you to help protect it, the Black Widow turns once again towards George because she's felt the inside of his brain before and clicks her little mandibles
I'm living rent free.
That's right.
in a staccato style pattern. And George, please make a wisdom saving throw.
She's really hot for
You'll
you,
need to
George.
beat a
Yeah.
DC 15.
This room of spiders has got a big crush on you.
Indeed.
Um. feeling her control sink into you once again, George. She clicks her little mandibles and turns to know, because she knows that in essence she is safe from you. So she takes a step back to get in a more pristine position, and she lunges at Pervy, and attempts to bite Pervy.
Now, do I get an attack opportunity?
Maybe.
We're like fucking charmed or something.
Well, I don't know what spell. Yeah.
What are the full effects of this love spell?
Are we married now?
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Oh no. Fuck the DM.
She didn't like that question.
Nope.
Wait, she didn't answer my question.
She answered the question with the spider bitter.
Wait, did you hear my question?
Can you hear us, son?
Do I get attack opportunity?
My Discord is going haywire.
So no.
Can you hear us?
Nodding along as we
All.
Can you hear us? No.
Nope. Alright, type your question in Roll20.
Hang on.
That was the limit of her DMness, I guess.
Can't handle no more.
Alright.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Alright. So the
You're back.
answer to your question is no, because you are under her enthrall. You are wanting to stay. You do not wish to see any harm come to her. So you're kind of just enthralled by her.
Mm.
Um,
No, second half.
but yeah. So ignore the 18. It was a 7, which I'm going to assume does not hit Pervy. I
To
tried to roll the
13.
button twice. So, in that case, George, it is your turn, and you can attempt to dispel the enthrallment that you have by making a wisdom saving throw.
Weapons and charms?
Good question. I don't remember. Hang on.
No creature can attack the charmer or target the charmer. Bench. No, okay. So all I can do is roll wisdom, huh?
Yep.
Okay. George's brain maybe start to
George's
kick in.
brain.
His brain.
Oh,
Oh, look at that! He's fucking done with this lady.
Yeah. Mental divorce.
How dare you enter my head again? I hate you. Just like I hate the grung.
You just made the list. Legion of
Wait.
spiders.
Yeah, but his list is now grung and massive spiders masquerading as a giant spider.
It's a very specific bullet list.
Yep.
Can I stand there? I don't quite know why we're overlapping now.
Yeah, you're okay.
Alright.
Suspended in webbing.
George goes full battle mode.
Yeah, you did. Jesus, you just rolled 2 crits in a row.
Yeah, he did.
Crit on the save and a crit on the attack.
Whoa, okay.
Oh, all right.
Wow.
George starts
All
carving
right,
legs
George.
18.
left and right.
How do you wish to dispel the spider?
Wow.
He stabs in one spot and spider juice comes out. And he stabs again, more spider juice. And just
And again, as
Again.
you are carving a path,
No, means no.
and then finally he just rips her apart in half.
so it's so similar to what happened with the cat, as you are ripping the spider apart and stomping all over these little spider babies. You are expecting like the viscera and everything to be going all over, but the spider and spiders period just seem to turn to like this mist or smoke and just poof up out of the
Great.
way.
Fucking illusion.
Yep. Is anything in, well, the arrows in this dungeon were real. Well, these things, even if they're not real, they still hurt.
The pain is real.
Yeah, exactly. The pain is real.
So
6 of one, half dozen of another. She just froze. Like hard froze.
Oh no.
She was like mid-sentence.
I've come to the limits of what I think the problem is doing the thing on the Wi-Fi is killing it.
Right. You're running the stream from one and the
Yeah.
actual...
Opening up
Back.
the Roll20 on the other one is nope. Oh no. We had a very hard time with this one apparently.
Yeah, the hour and a half. You
It
roll
was
for
like-
an hour and a half.
Yeah. After
Wi-Fi's
that, it's
like-
just gonna freak out.
You're running me too hard, guys. Hello.
There we go. Okay, so yeah, my Discord is showing very little connectivity. It's being real bad right now.
Yeah.
Um,
We were just saying, like, the Wi-Fi.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna try just turning my camera off and see if that kind of helps.
Or you can turn all of us
I
off.
am
Well, I
like-
don't know if you can turn us off.
Do you still need us on this map?
That
That might be slowing things down too.
Really. There's nothing crazy on this map. Should I put you all back on the splash screen?
If you're done with the
That'll
map, I
help.
would do it because it seems like it was slowing down once we started opening more of this map up.
Okay. Alright, hang on.
That might improve things.
This is not. Yeah, this is not easy. There we go. Put everybody back over here, so it should load you all back onto the landing page, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
Probably kill
Okay.
her. There we go.
Y'all can still hear me, right?
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. All right. So as the spider again just melts back into oblivion, you come face to face with this door. You see that it is ornately carved. It's telling a story. You can see that it has a clear beginning and a clear end, and it seems to be written in a language that you can't understand. If you couldn't read the door to come into this cave.
I will say, I could cast comprehend languages.
Okay.
That is a thing I could do. I didn't do it
Yeah.
before.
Full of surprises, Mr. Max.
It feels like we're nearing the end, and I've still got a spell slot, so let's comprehend that language.
Show me comprehend languages.
So, with your comprehend language, what does it say? You understand the literal meaning of any spoken language that you hear. You also understand any written language that you see. Okay, perfect.
I have to be touching the surface. I have to go walk up and put my hand on the door.
Are you gonna put
Real
your
style.
hand on the door?
Touch that door.
Are you touching it?
Touch that door.
So you're touching it?
Yes.
Roll 7d10. No.
Wait, what? Hold on. Hold
You
on.
fool.
I don't know what it is yet.
I guess we don't.
You know what? That
Alright.
comes back on camera.
Alright. So, I'm gonna turn my camera back off because as soon as I turned it on, my connection to Discord went
Oh,
south.
jeez.
Do you really want me to roll 70-10?
No.
Okay.
As you touch the door and you look at the images, it's almost like they come to life for you. You can see this ornate telling of a story of a tiefling woman going through this life with compatriots and going through challenges and tribulations and meeting different characters from walks of life.
The
And
story feels oddly familiar.
if you were a different person, it would. But towards the end, you can see this carved, what looks like a scroll, and you see it, as you're reading it, the words that say, "To those who make it through the trial of the wind, a gift for you to redeem." So, something to think about.
All right. I'm all about redeeming those gifts.
Where do I turn in my redemption coins, please?
Yeah. As you're reading this door and engrossed in the scene and the words that you're seeing, you kind of push on it a little bit as you're just like trying to get closer to see all the different little bits
Such a good
and
story.
pieces, and the door swings open slowly. As you all kind of stumble in behind Mannix, somehow he is leading the pack again.
Always.
Put him in front.
A blazing hearth in the corner just comes to life. There's just this flame licking up the walls, but it's not catching anything on fire. It emits so much light around the room. You all have to kind of shield your eyes for a second.
We're all gonna die.
And in the middle of this room, you see this again ornately carved dais. And there's steps that lead up to this dais. You see it, and at the top, you just see what looks like a red dragon. I would like everyone to roll a perception check, please.
Everything in here has been a damn illusion.
Yeah.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
Yep.
Oh dear.
Rook is like, Red Dragon, kill it!
I was asleep at the wheel on that one.
So, Mannix, you are...
The only one of us that didn't shut his eyes at that moment.
You look at this red dragon and you immediately know that it's not real. It is, again, ornately carved. Looks like there are jewels where the eyes would be. The scales have very great definition. You can see that underneath it there is like a clasp type of a locking mechanism and a thin pin that goes through it. The rest of you, however, are pretty damn convinced that that thing is about to come alive and eat you.
If possible, before they actually start firing or charging the thing, I will
I ain't charging
yell. I'll yell like, "Hold up, people! It ain't real. This is another test for us. I'd wager."
The other tests were plenty painful.
George points at Mannix. Eat that one.
You all just, don't shoot anything at it. I don't know what it'll do.
What percentage do you believe this thing is not real?
I'm like 92% certain.
George
Not
pushes
real.
Mannix forward.
Yep, that's on brand.
So as the three of you prepare your weapons and you've got your little toothpick daggers high above your heads, you're getting your battle screams ready to go and fight heedlessly a small red dragon. You see Mannix just maneuver his way up the dais because he knows you're all being idiots.
I got pushed for by George, so.
And you see him touch the dragon and it doesn't move. It's at this point you guys realize that it's not real. Also in this room you can see a number of boxes and crates that most appear to be dilapidated. They're falling apart.
Trust those boxes.
There is one more ornate looking chest in the corner of the room, which someone could investigate if they wish, or if you don't want to touch it. Hint, hint.
How can we say no to that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's take a look at least.
How ornate are we talking?
It definitely looks better than just a crate. It's not as ornate looking as the red dragon pin, but it definitely looks like it's been well taken care of. As you go over and you look at it, the lid lifts very easily because whoever placed this here was certain no one would ever make it this far. Hence why the door wasn't locked.
No mice can survive that.
Yeah. I mean, you saw the carnage that the cat did to one little mouse. So, inside you find a pouch, but as you try to open it, it won't open. So, who opened the box?
The ornate looking box?
Yes.
Who did open that?
George, probably.
Yeah.
Even though the last chest he opened tried to eat him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He still remembers. You want to open it?
I can open the chest.
Pervy opens
Alright.
the chest.
I will
So-
step in it, guys.
You fool.
You'll
the
learn your
pervy-
lesson.
Inside this box, you found a nice looking bag that is cinched closed, but no matter how hard you try and pull on the top, no matter how hard as you pass it to George, let George try to pull, it's just not opening. So you guys pack up with that bag, you bring the red dragon pin because it's the shiniest thing in the room, so obviously it has to be the treasure.
Sure is.
And you make your way back through this hell dungeon.
Nothing else shows back up again, right?
And no, none of the illusions show back up. You make your way back around. You remember to step around the pressure plate, so no one gets shot in the back as you're actually leaving that piece of the hallway. And you get back to the door, and you just start going to town, banging on these doors to get someone's attention. And slowly, it takes a few minutes, but you hear some voices on the other
We're
side.
done! Let us out!
Yeah.
You just hear two people talking. They're like, "There's no way. They could not have survived that. How could they have survived? The Rat King is not going to be pleased." And the door cracks open just a hair, and you just see a little rat eye in the crack. And as they open the doors more, as you push your way through, just the look of shock on their face, that you all survived, Manix barely, but you all survived this trial, and then they see the item that you have, that I'm sure like the four of you are carrying with your little rat hands above your heads. You're all just carrying
We
it. 'Cause
got
this
it,
pin was
done.
it was large size.
It's hard fought.
Okay. Yeah.
And the rat guards, they'll take the pin from you and help carry it as they escort you back to the center of the Colosseum, which all the mice and the rodents and the gerbils and the hamsters, they're all still there.
Now I will happily accept their applause and gratitude and all that. Now that I know that I'm no longer...
Stow your
Yes.
adulation upon me.
As the Rat King sees you come in, you just see this look of shock on his face. He just starts screaming in this guttural way, "No! No! Cannot be! You fools! How did you survive?" And the Rat King is getting angrier and just is like, he's apoplectic, and he's screaming for guards to
Have a heart attack, man.
And before he can get out any words about trying to kill you all or anything like that, Mannix, you hear it first because of your wonderful passive perception.
God damn it.
And you just hear And again, all of a sudden, standing before the four of you is this tiefling woman. And she turns and just with a glimmer of glee in her face, looks at you all and smiles. And then you see in her countenance that her face just switch instantaneously to like this psychotic look. And she turns and looks at the Rat King. And you just hear her look at him, and in this like angriest voice you think you've ever heard, she looks at the Rat King and goes, "You fool! You thought I didn't know you were hiding here. You thought I wouldn't find you? You can never escape. The Weevil will never die." And before the Rat King can say anything, he goes up in flames. You didn't see her move, you didn't see her do anything, but the fireball just explodes over the Rat King, immediately incinerating this rat once again and causing the second and third degree burns for the people who are around him. And you just see all of the rodents scatter, screaming.
All right, this is answering some of my questions about the nature.
And she turns back to look at the four of you, and again, this glimmer of glee is back in her face. To which she looks at you all.
Hey, boss.
And she looks she nods at Roka, and she looks at Man. She goes, "I do apologize for us meeting in this manner. Zentarum traders are just so hard to find sometimes. Roka, my faithful servant, you've done me well." To which at that point she looks at you and then looks at the spot next to her and then looks back to you, waiting to see how long it'll take for you to get her meeting.
Yeah, he takes like 2 seconds to like nod. It's like, yep, and he runs over to her side like, oh, thank God, I can get out of here.
I cannot be a mouse anymore.
Can you please give me another assignment? Schultz sucks.
She looks back at you and just raises one solitary eyebrow, wondering why still talking. And she finally addresses you and goes, "This group is exactly what you told me they were. This one has a cunning mind. That one is brave." And then she turns and looks at Pervy and she goes, this one is new. But you and I will work well together, my little friend." And she looks like she turns and gets ready to leave. And before she takes more than a couple of steps forward, Roka, obviously you're following. She looks back at Pervy and goes, "Come along." And looks at Mannix and goes, "Oh, by the way, these are yours." And hands you these 3 silver orbs that when you look down inside each of them, you see Gillian, and you see Theron, and you see Colette. And they
hold their souls in your hands.
Dear Lord.
Yes, and they look pissed. Like they have been trying to get out of these little glass balls, and nothing they've done. You can see Theron is in bear form, and he's scratching the sides
They're in
of
Pokeballs.
it and can't get out.
Let's put them in
they are
Pokeballs.
literally in. They just look pissed, and she looks back at you and goes, "Don't worry, you won't remember this at all." And she cups her hands once again and just blows out, and this pink mist comes out around you all once again. And when you wake up again, you sit up and you realize that Roka is gone. There is no more Roka. His body isn't there anymore. You really didn't know that Pervy was kind of in the corner to begin with.
Hard to miss,
Okay.
hard to miss them, yeah.
Really wrong. But when you look around, you can see the faces of your traveling compatriots, and there's no Pervy, there's no Roka. You all look at each other like you want to talk about maybe you all had a shared dream, but you also
guys. I want to talk about it in detail.
And you find that as you do try to talk to everyone about it, the memory of it slips further and further away.
Write it down. Write it down.
And,
it's like Memento.
journal.
Oh no, there's no pencil. I've already forgotten it. Shit.
It's slipping away. Oh, I'm going
It's gone. It's gone.
and as you get up to go above deck, because you've slept the whole night and you've had the benefits of your long rest, you even feel a little bit stronger as you get ready to start your day. You look down, sitting on the cot next to your makeshift pillow. You just see a very tiny little note that you use your little spectacles and you look down at it, and it says, my debt is repaid. And as which means nothing to you. And as you get up, you realize that the wound your leg had received is gone.
Wow, that was a great night's.
Now your eye wound and all of that is still there.
Okay,
All the other effects, your arm is still fucked up, but the leg wound you see it feels healed. It doesn't feel like it is slowing you down any further. And later on, if you were to check the area where that wound existed on your leg, you would just see a little pitchfork scar on your leg.
There's a crippled rat somewhere now with your wound.
A little pitiful rat with a fucked up back right leg. Rat's an asshole anyway.
And so that is all the time we have for this session for Tomb of Annihilation. I would like to say thank you to Chris, Eric, Juan, and Raymond for playing, and thank you to our wonderful fans for watching. Go to roguewatson.com for recaps and patreon.com/roguewatson if you'd like to support Eric's channel. We are live streaming our D&D adventures every week, and we'll see you next time.
Hey,
Bye.
round of applause for Heather DM. That was great.
Yeah.
Very nicely done. Hey.
Doing.
We can get the echo effect from the webcam speaker.
Oh, music.
There you go.
The music's what time it happens, yeah.